Hi everyone, Lisa here, aka Maggie Milo. I am here to show you my Kill the Kit for the May Studio Calico kit. I had it sitting for a couple days. I did get my new kit, which I showed a haul on that. But I just wanted to sit it for a couple days just to see if I could do anything else with it. And my couple of pieces of paper that I have left don't really jive well together in my opinion. I know I could use these papers in other layouts, so I'll just probably incorporate them maybe into the new kit or something like that. But for right now, I think I'm pretty well exhausted with it. I did a lot. So I'm going to show you the layouts first, and then I'll show you what I used. So if you don't want to see the layouts, or you've already seen them, I've done process videos for all of them except for one. So if you don't want to watch that part, just maybe skip to the end so you can kind of see what products I used. So this first one was super cute. Oh, so I should mention I did 5 layouts with this kit. I'm going to show you a 6th layout that doesn't have anything to do with the kit, but I'll show you that as well, because I kind of put my how I usually work it is I have my tray out for May, and I do all of my layouts for May, and then I flip them over, and then on the back side I'll write made May 2013. So that's the reason why I'll show you all the ones that. So basically this is Kill the Kit, but all the layouts that I've done for May. So I only got 5 layouts out of this kit, and it was because I used a lot of the pattern paper as background paper, and I probably could have got maybe one more layout, but I'm just really happy with the layouts, how they turned out, and so I'm just going to leave it at that. So this was the first one that I did, and I did a process video on that, and I really like how this one turned out. Really cute, really soft, and lots of layers. I used lots of these little gold sequins and lots of these hearts. And this is where I started cutting up that Project Life bag that we get in the, well, I guess we don't get them in the kits anymore, but yeah, I really like that effect, and I love the sparkly gold. You can kind of see it flashing there. So pretty much everything is from the kit except for this piece here with a yo-yo pop paper clip that I pulled from my stash. And I think basically that's about it. I think everything else is from the kit. So that's that layout. This was layout number 2, and I love this one too. I love how it's all soft. I love the lots of journaling here. I think everything is from the kit here as well. Yes, the only thing that I've pulled in that is from my stash was these wood veneer houses. And that's pretty much it. Everything else came from the kit. So a very basic layout, very light and fresh, and I like how this turned out. I'll do this close-up the picture. Can you see that prairie chicken there? Okay, so, well, it's actually a sharp-tailed grouse is actually what it is. So that is kind of what I was trying to explain in the process video. That's our, I don't know, town statue or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's what I was trying to show you guys. So that's the second layout. Oh, come on, focus. I'm hoping it'll focus. Okay, so let me pull in the third one, and I'll try and get it to focus. Oh, and I should mention that I did use that muslin bag underneath this photo as well, and you can just see all the nice little texture that it gives. I love that. And then this was layout number 3, and I tried doing the vellum over top of the picture, and it didn't turn out great. So you can kind of see all those splotches of the glue on there. I don't think I did a process video on this one actually, because I think my computer and I were fighting at this point, and I started doing it, but it didn't turn out. So I just used a lot of I have that circle mask from Studio Calico, and I inked that up in white, and then I went over it with some bubblegum Hero Arts ink in just a couple spots. And then I again used like this Project Life bag. I used the triangle side. Some wood veneer that came in the kit, the alphas. The stamp I used. A label. And then I used a border strip. And then this was a border strip from the crepe paper, but it doesn't go the full 12 by 12, so I just used whatever I had. And then I used the opposite side here as another part of a border. And this was a border strip from a piece of paper from Studio Calico as well. And then the hoops paper, and then this kind of funky stripe one. That's from Basic Gray, I believe. And then that ledger paper, and here's another ledger one from the Amy Tan paper. And this is a printable piece as well as this. Oops, it's coming off. I don't think I glued it down, but I'll glue it down later. So again, added some of those little gold sequins and some stars around each of my little. I didn't really embellish this over here because it was kind of a little distracting with the title. So, or not the title, but all the layers here in the journaling. So I just left it, and I really like how it just still draws your eye in. So no process video on this one, so sorry about that, guys. There's actually 2 with no process videos. This one has to be my favorite. This is my most favorite layout out of this whole kit. I love the texture. I love the colors. I love the embellishment on it. I just love it. This is my favorite. So this was a challenge that Sandra and I, who's Oh Snap Gonzo on YouTube, we have a challenge going every now and again. I wouldn't say it's weekly. It's just more or less we just kind of get together and we kind of decide if we're going to do a challenge and what it's going to be on. So it's not necessarily a weekly thing. That's why I always say kind of watch my YouTube, and I'll show you the prep stuff that I'm going to use for the challenge, and I'll tell you when the video should be up. So just kind of watch for that on the YouTube channel. So this one was to use 3 silhouette die cuts. So I used these 2 tags. I actually used a few more than 3, but I count this as 1, and then this is 1, and then this star piece as 1. So I mean, if I wanted to get down to it, I could count them all, but I just think it didn't really matter for me. So I just cut them out in white, and then I ink them up myself so that way I can get them to match rather than planning my layout and then using my silhouette, because if I do it that way, I tend to not use my silhouette. I'll use other things. So if I just do it in the white and I stick it with my prep stuff, I will end up using it more likely than not. So I don't know if that's a tip for anybody if you're having troubles using your silhouette. I would say go to your silhouette machine, pick, you know, I picked a whole bunch, and I showed the prep in the prep video. I picked a whole bunch, and then I just chose ones that I felt would go with it later. And you can see from my process video, a lot of the ones that I had chose, I didn't actually end up using. So that's a little tip for you guys if you're having any troubles using your silhouette. Try using just a white cardstock and then inking it to make it fit your design. So again, there's lots and lots and lots of dimension on this layout with that modeling paste that I made. And I used a mask from Studio Calico, and then I also used the gold glitter from Ranger. It's, I think, dry stickles or something it's called. And then to make the watercolor effect, because I don't have watercolorings, I used Distress Stain, and I just watered it down and used it with a paintbrush to go over top. So lots of layers. I love the string going along. I love this layout. So this is my favorite. So there's no process video for this one. This is layout number 5. So this is the last layout from the kit itself. So this was a layout I did while I was kind of chatting with Sandra. So it was definitely fun to sit down with her and just chat away and scrapbook. It was awesome. So this was one of the layouts that I had done. And I used the navy cardstock. I know it's showing up black, but it's navy. And then I used these from my stash, this title part from my stash, and I used these stickers, and these are from, oh my goodness, I think they're from the first Project Life that we got. They're like those twine and ink yellow stars, and I inked them up around the edge, so they look completely different. They don't look quite so bright yellow. And then I used the Foodie stamp set from Studio Calico. And the reason why is that I don't know if anybody's ever been to Las Vegas and been to this show. It's, I think, called Knights of the Round Table or something like that. And it's at the Excalibur, and it's a dinner and a show. And they give you your dinner and you eat with your hands. They don't give you any utensils. And then while you eat while this is going on, but it's very interactive. So they had this spot where it was every time he said eat, you ate, and then every time he says drink, you drink. So I kind of just used that and went with that. So it was very kind of cute. And I used some Amy Tangerine stickers, of course, and some of the labels. And this is that Amy Tangerine's 4x6 cut apart sheet. And then I did another little embellishment up here. And then I just left this part pretty plain up here. I just didn't want it to be a little too overcrowded. I just wanted this to round the top up a little bit, because there was quite a bit, like if you look at it this way, there's quite a bit going on down here, not so much up here. And then I just wanted a light line up here just to kind of, you know, make that visual triangle without it being too heavy. I guess, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what I was thinking. So that is the last layout for the Studio Calico kit. But then there was also this one that I did for May, and this one is that Feather Challenge that Sandra and I did. And this one I really love too. I like all the layering, and I love the gold, and I love all of the journaling, especially all the journaling. So I really like this one. So that one was from part of the kit. I just thought I would show you guys again that one I did for May. So now to show you all the supplies that I have left. Now I'm going to show you these printables, and this is kind of really sad. I usually use way more printables than this, but I think why I didn't use as many is because we did get some of these label pieces in our kit, and I just took the extra label pieces as I was using up these other ones and just sticking them down. So it's a little deceiving at first. It looks like I didn't use very many, but these are the ones that came in the kit. So, you know, you can see I used some, but not a lot. And it's not for the fact that I don't like them, and there's an anchor. Not the fact that I don't like them, just I didn't do as much with the labels this time. I'm not sure why. And this was a piece from a border, like one of those manufacturer stamps, so I just stuck it in with here. It's falling off, so I'll just glue it back down. But you can see I have lots and lots and lots left. So those will just get used again. I just stick them. I have these that I have left too from other kits, and I just stick them in here, and then that way when I'm doing like a normal layout without the kit, or if I don't get the printables one time, I'll just pull them out and use them with it. So that'll just get put on that little ring. As for paper, I don't have very much left. I'm just going to show you. Okay, so the border strips, that's all I have left, is the one from a Studio Calico kit, and this one is from the Lucky Charm kit. And I have one of the Amy Tangerine 4x6 cards left. And then this is it. I have a little bit of that basic gray paper, a little bit of the Studio Calico hoops and loops or something, I think it was called, and then this piece of the Lucky Charm paper. So I think I did pretty good. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I could get another layout with those. I just am having a hard time putting these into a layout, but I definitely will use them on other layouts. I really like this paper. This one ended up being my favorite, both sides of it. So, which is surprising that I didn't end up using it all, but I used some of my favorites for the backgrounds too. I guess I shouldn't say it wasn't my most favorite one. This stamp set I used more than I thought I would. I used this as a couple, like part of a title as well as a journal prompt. I used these clouds. This one I think I used more. I don't think I used this one. And I used this camera quite a bit. So I like that stamp set. As for the alpha, I mean, the alpha is wood veneer, so you're always going to have lots of it left. So I used it for 1, 2, 3 layouts. So, I mean, definitely I'll be able to use that more. As for this washi tape, funny story, I probably would have used it a lot more, but I had it in with my Project Life kit because I thought that's what it went with. So I didn't use it as much until a little bit towards the end. But I kind of like some of the colors. Like, I really like this light blue one, and I like this green one, and I like this red one, and I like this gray one. I just haven't used it too much. So that'll go into my next part for doing layouts. Oh my goodness, I lost my voice there for a second. So this is another printable. This is another one. These are other printables. Again, like, it looks like I didn't use very many this time, which I kind of didn't and I did all at the same time. And then I always throw the glassine bags in here just in case I decide to use them, but I didn't end up using any of them, so those will just go into my stash. Here's another piece from that branding, or from the manufacturer strip, and then another label. And then, of course, the hem cord, you know, that's a lot of hem cord there. I don't know if I would ever have used it up. So, again, I'm pretty happy with the kit. I think I got quite a bit out of it. So, let me know what you think of my Kill the Kit, and let me know what your favorite one was. Thanks for watching. Bye.